the day of the game, about 4 or 5 hours prior to the game, everybody met up in the town centre in a local bar, and from people singing Danny Boy to the local police joining in to the kids in the street stopping, beating the drums. It was a fantastic experience of camaraderie and togetherness, and it's something I certainly will never ever forget.
Well, the city centre just came to a standstill outside the old Dubliner there, and even the policemen were amazed. They stopped and they couldn't believe it, and they joined in on the atmosphere too. And people put Derry city scarves around their necks, and then the players came along and the police went mad. Then we erupted and we burst into song, which we were doing all day, all morning, you know.
Everybody seemed to be there. It was John Roddy, and we were all the Stewarts. A couple of players came along. We just felt everybody was equal at that stage. I enjoyed the crack guys going up and down with a drum and running up and down the street trying to find somebody, giving it to different people, youngsters, older people, girls, fellas, you know. And every time they banged the drum, all the crowd went up, da, da, you know, and you had big Kevin and all running around with a head, you know, the hats on them, and the crack was, you know, it was just different, and it was a fantastic day.
I think there were about 400 of us there, but it seemed as though there were thousands of us.
I just get myself a new video camera that I just thought, no, this is what dreams are made of here. You know, I'd love to get something that I could maybe show family and friends, you know, hopefully my children in years to come, you know. And I just come up with this idea.
David, it looks like you could be the main part in this movie.
I think I could.
They're big Clive.
I like my own mucker.
What's happening, Mr. DK? We're here, lovely Sweden, lovely hotel as you can see. It's great to be alive. Where would you get it? Where would you get it?
Gothenburg were by far the strongest team that we could have got in the first round. And I think there was an air of pessimism really in relation to the draw. You know, around the place you could feel that. Gothenburg were twice winners of the UEFA Cup. And we knew then that they had players who had just played in the World Cup for Sweden. They had a few players who had been in the World Cup squad. So we knew initially that we were going to be up against it.
Once we got out to Sweden and we were in the hotel and Stephen had the DVDs and the videos of their games out there, I honestly thought, you know, we were going to get a beating, like. But when we seen them on the DVDs, like, you know, they didn't look exceptionally great to us, and we sort of knew we had a chance.
Well, I think it's clear that Derry City were taken totally and utterly for granted. Like on the night of the match, the only main reporters, and indeed there were no cameras there, there were no television cameras there. The main reporters at that match were obviously local pressmen travelling over. There was no TV footage whatsoever of the game, and that's enough to tell you that the Swedes themselves felt that this was a banker home win. I do believe that played right into Stephen Kenny's hands and Derry City's hands.
Is it up this way or what?
Yes, good evening and welcome to Gothenburg for UEFA Cup football. Derry City against IFK Gothenburg. I'm Richie Kelly, with me in the...
Yes, I think the game in Gothenburg was a magnificent performance by Derry, because Gothenburg had won the UEFA Cup twice. A lot of people felt that this really was a difficult match, and obviously Derry were the underdogs. And the Swedes, I think, underestimated Derry, because we talked to them before the match, and in that sense I think we were slightly surprised by Derry.
And I think in any game you go into, it's always important to get that first touch of the ball, whether it's a first header, first pass, whatever it may be. You know, they settle down, maybe have a wee bit of nerves or something like that there. And then once we've done that, we get off to a good start, to be honest. And after that then, no, the beliefs start to grow and grow and grow. No, you know what, we could do something here.
But once we settled into the game, we passed the ball really well. We kept possession very, very well. And that's where sort of the midfield three, the extra man in midfield is very pivotal to that. Rory Higgins, that's one of his main assets, his ability to retain possession.
When we got on at 0-0 at half time, he was just trying to get everybody settled down and calm everything down again, because the first couple of minutes they nearly scored in the first, I think it was the first attack, they nearly scored. But after that we settled down and we started getting into the game.
The longer the game went on, we looked threatening, and in the second half we really caused them a few problems, and we had a couple of corner kicks, and we had Peter Hutton had an effort just before we scored.
I just remember that Kevin got the corner. We were doing set pieces when we were over there, and we had done one for me to run to the front post, and thankfully it just came off. Kevin Derry's put on a great ball and just met it well, and it flew under the net.
What a goal! Derry have got a away goal in Europe. The fullback Sean Harrigan.
I mean, when that goal went in, we were up in an area of the stand where all the Derry fans were, so there was absolute pandemonium when they were rebroadcast the match.
The Derry fans are up, they're shouting, they're roaring, the red and white striped hordes are shouting and roaring, and this is unbelievable.
Oh, we were all jumping around with joy. With Stephen as well, he was running up and down the touchline. I don't know if he could believe it himself. No, we were just absolutely thrilled, and to see the amount of fans that came over from Derry as well for the game, and it was just a really momentous occasion for us.
The goal there on 1-1-0 was just amazing. The pride just standing with an extra few hundred Derry fans was just incredible.
Oh, it was brilliant. Everybody was sort of like running to get down the front end to hug the players and all, and everybody went mad. It was crazy. It's really brilliant.
No one expected us to win whatsoever, and they go out there and win 1-0 with Sean Hargan scoring a great goal. I think we deserved the victory on the night as well, and it was definitely my highlight.
I'll never forget Hugh McDade, our chairman, was presented with a gift prior to the game. I'll never forget Hugh skipping across the pitch over towards the Derry fans with that trophy high above his head. It was a fantastic experience, and it was very, very emotional, to say the least. And I know it was for all the fans as well, but everybody was there together. There was a great sense of togetherness, as there was the whole year, but a great sense of togetherness between the fans, the players, the directors and staff alike.
There was a real feeling of euphoria, in the dressing room afterwards. The players were absolutely thrilled. I think they realised the magnitude of what they'd done, coming to the Union Levy Stadium in Gothenburg to beat the biggest club in Sweden, really.
I must admit, I would not have expected Derry to have beaten Gothenburg, and to go out and win out there was fantastic.
We knew that the job was only half done, that they would pick up their game and come into Derry. Was going to be a difficult game for us in the Brandywell, and that we made sure we had league games in the intervening period, but we wanted to make sure that we had that we kept our feet on the ground, and that we wanted to finish the job.
There's Sean, match winner. Sean, I believe there's something you have in common with Pelly. Do you want to just...
Me and Pelly scored down in the World Cup, and me and him graced the same pitch, and people say that I'm a bit like Pelly too,
No, on the